snake pit in this one. Welcome to the home of the BYU Cougars at LaVell Edwards Stadium in Provo, Utah. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Liberty Flames, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. BYU about to kick it off as we get this game started. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Liberty's offense will get the first possession of the game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the pass game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on 3rd down. He's open on the right. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. And the Flames with the 1st and 10. Fires to the big fella. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Flames are on the move. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Sanders. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Flames started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Touchdown, Flames! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and getting the big touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside the 10, here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So BYU's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense is vowed to find new...
Got a lot of room to the right. The 40. That's the 30. 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, BYU. The extra point here would tie the game. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Hauls it in. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Makes the grab. It's quick. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work. The Flames with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Fires to the big fella. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Looking down the middle. A strike downfield. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. With the run on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Liberty!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
They give it right back to him.
Rides the back on the option, the give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Touchdown, Flames. The defense putting points on the board.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's complete to the right. There he goes. That's some old school, hard-nosed, tough running as he powers his way to the 30. And the Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Got it behind the line. It's John. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. He's got him. Turns it on in midfield. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. They've got a first down here to open the period. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. Offense in a bunch formation. Wants to throw again. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Leaves it with the running back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Liberty. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of the defense playing.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Under fire. Under heat, and he gets rid of it.
And offensively, we know it's hard throwing the ball in third and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. To the air on first down. Quick completion on the out route. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
The throw to the outside is complete. And he's brought down after a nice game. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. Looking downfield on first down. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to pass. He's got him this time. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Flames. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense and seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You could tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Looking left. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Let's send the tight end in motion. Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good, build maybe a little bit of momentum, so next week we play a little bit better football.
BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Wants to return it. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. Looking to throw on first down. He fires a bullet to the right. Touchdown, Liberty! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. And the Heat gets there. And they get it down at the 14-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the defense gets loose, bringing the Heat, and down he goes again. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
Punt returners, man, you just got to make one guy miss. You make the first dude miss, and then a lot of times it's off to the races. This guy is so dangerous in the open field, as he shows right there on the punt return touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors.
Mountain West teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Fresno State has the lead right now, but this Bulldog Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 7 over Wyoming. Just another week in the Mountain West where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Wants to go up top on first down. Got the quick pass. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. Touchdown, Flames! Fitted in the window for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my goat.
Breaks into the open. Oh, what a caught! Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Wants to throw on first down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've already racked up big sack. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Makes the grab. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Daniels. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. The Cougars will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. Got him downfield. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the first down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. It's good. just did. Solid, perfect.
And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Just enough time for one final play of the half. To the air on first down. It's complete. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Provo. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to our broadcast team inside Lavelle Edwards Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Flames will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignment to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive of the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Second down, he'll throw it. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. He wants it all. Touchdown, Liberty! Fired in from the red zone for the score. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying them.
And the ball's free, deep in his own territory. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Because of the big collisions on kickoff team, you don't see a lot of that in practice. You don't do that because you don't want to get each other hurt. A lot of open field, big collisions, big forced fumble, big momentum play created.
Starts a drive trying to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Flames.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air. And this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. Halfway there on 1st first down. It's 2nd and 5. He's got it on the right. He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking downfield on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the gun, the running back looking for room. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. BYU will bring the punt team on the field.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Gets it out fast. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success...
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Looking for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Liberty.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
BYU 10.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 after the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He'll pull it on the read. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. Man, these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Got the first down. Looking for more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Turning it on. Touchdown, Flames. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Final play of the quarter coming. Looking to throw on first down. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They start the final period here on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Peters. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see...
He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Hauls it in at the 40. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Well, this offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the fourth quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here.
Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Liberty. And they take it in for 6 more points. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now... And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll try to pop the draw. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
And a sack all the way back at the 5. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Liberty takes over and the Flames offense ready to go to work. Bunch formation for these receivers. They'll start this drive with a pass. Makes the grab. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. The Flames can play this second down a lot of ways with just a a few yards to go. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Hit as he throws. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the fourth quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they're able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football, man. This has been impressive.
It's complete. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards passing.
Yeah, this is a Heisman Trophy level performance.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff.